When I first came in there, my goal was to not tackle him onto Stu. I went in, I looked, I assessed, and I said, I have to pull him away from Stu. So that's why I went to the outside and got under an armpit and tried to throw him off to the side.
Hopefully one day I can meet Psycho Stu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him and stuff like that. But who knows? But y'all, the people that know me, y'all know me. Y'all know I got mad love for everybody. And
Yeah, to bring that sparring partner back, Tornado kick him again. Dumb man. Brother, dumb animal, put him in a cage, straight up. Raja should have got knocked out cold in that ring. No one was doing anything about it but that pink hair guy.
The professional wrestler who stepped in to halt Raja Jackson's shocking behavior has now spoken out about what unfolded inside the ring. Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson revealed that his son had attended a wrestling show with his trainer when a performer who did not even know him struck him on the head using either a bottle or a can. Rampage explained that his son Raja remained composed and chose not to retaliate because he had previously advised him to stay calm in such moments. Still, Rampage was furious that anyone would attack his son and then asked if he would go along with it for the sake of the event. He called that wrestler foolish and admitted he had to have a conversation with his son's trainer to avoid getting himself into serious trouble.
this is what happened, Chad. He went to a pro wrestling event with his coach. Those pro wrestlers, they be just as crazy as MMA guys, right? The pro wrestling guy don't know my son, and he hit him over the head with like a can or a beer can or a bottle or something. And my son didn't know it didn't know it was coming. Didn't know. They didn't tell my son. And he hit my son over the head. I guess he thought my son was a pro wrestler or something. And Roger didn't react, but Roger didn't fight though. He didn't do anything because I told Roger not to get punched, but still nigga hit my son over the head. And then he asked my son, "You ain't gonna sell it when you in pro wrestling?" So this motherfucker that hit my son is stupid. So in order for me not to go to jail, I gotta talk to his coach.
Additionally, Rampage Jackson also said he hopes one day to meet Psycho Stu, shake his hand, and have a direct conversation with him. He made it clear that those who know him understand he holds no hatred and carries love for everyone.
Hopefully one day I can meet Psycho Stu and shake his hand and have a man-to-man with him and stuff like that. But who knows? But y'all, the people that know me, y'all know me. Y'all know I got mad love for everybody. And
However, the wrestler who stepped in to stop Raja shared that he ended up needing stitches because of the confrontation. He explained that his main intention was to shield Stu from harm, so he came in from the side, got under Raja's arm, and tried to move him away. He said Raja then attempted a double leg takedown, seemingly trying to gain control and possibly drop him on his head in the same manner he did to Stu. The wrestler described how he managed to secure underhooks, hold his ground, and used his body to drive Raja into the corner to stop the chaos.
And I got stitches right here. What happened was when I first came in there, my goal was to not tackle him onto Stu. I went in, I looked, I assessed, and I said, I have to pull him away from Stu. So that's why I went to the outside and got under an armpit and tried to throw him off to the side. And when I did that, you know, if you look at the video, you could see him shoot for a double leg on me and try to take me down. He was working the whole time to try to get an advantage, get my legs, dump me on my head so he could do the same thing to me that he did to Stu. Or at least, you know, attempt to, because I would have been awake. But that's what was happening. And then as I got some underhooks set in and I kind of held him up, I was working a position. I was like, I'm going to roll this guy to the corner. As I started backing him up and using my weight to push him into the corner.
Furthermore, streamer Adam Ross voiced his anger over the situation, labeling it as disturbing and unacceptable. He insisted that the streaming platform Kick must act immediately, calling for stronger rules and saying that certain employees and moderators need to be held responsible for what occurred.
There's no words, bro. There's absolutely no words at all, bro. At all. It's disgusting. It's just disturbing, disgusting. And Kick as a whole needs to do better, bro. Straight up, bro. Straight up. I'll just tell you guys this. I think that there needs to be some type of policy change. Some certain Kick staff need to be held accountable. Moderation need to be held accountable. And there needs to be change immediately.
Fighter Dylan Dennis commented that the footage was tough to watch and suggested Raja may have anger problems because of how violently he threw the other wrestler. He explained that in professional wrestling, performers trust each other to remain safe while exchanging moves. Dennis called the slam careless and unnecessary, saying it looked more like an attempt to hurt someone than part of a show. He added that moments like this harm the sport's reputation because wrestling is meant to keep both people safe, not cause injuries.
It's hard to watch, but in a way, it's like he might have something like wrong, like maybe like anger problems, because like why would he do that, you know? And anybody that has trained or anybody that has a brain knows when someone's working or someone's like, and like that would be like me going with you right now and you're like, oh, I'm gonna pick you up and we're working, we're doing a WWE match. Like you could slam me in my head, like I'm giving you my weight, you know what I mean? So like the guy obviously let him pick him up, and then slamming him like that is ridiculous. First off, especially being a guy that's trained, I know he's only 0-1, but like slamming the guy like that first off is ridiculous. Like any person in WWE can do that to each other, you know. It doesn't, that's not anything like people are acting like, oh, that's Rampage Jr. or something like that. Like the guy jumped up for you to carry his weight and he's trusting you to take care of his body, you know what I mean? And then he's throwing those shots, and like I get you can kind of lay one in, like, you know what I mean? I can hit you like that, but the first one was like a haymaker. He's trying to like kill the guy, and like it's just sad. Like I don't understand what happened. Like, it's hard to explain what happened, and it looks bad for us.
Streamer XQC stated that the act resembled attempted murder, saying such moves can easily kill someone. He mentioned that people have died in regular fights from far less and described what happened as outrageous, adding that the incident did not stop there.
You wouldn't convince me this is not attempted murder. That is how you kill somebody. We've seen people die in street fights all the time with things that weren't even that bad. This is outrageous, and it doesn't stop.
Brendan Schwab admitted that his first reaction was to support Raja due to his friendship with Rampage, but after watching the full footage and the entire live stream, he could not defend it. He said the incident was extremely serious and could have long-term effects on Raja's life. Schwab noted that if the injured wrestler chooses not to press charges, Raja will still face heavy criticism online but may avoid prison. However, if legal action is pursued, he warned that Raja could face major charges such as aggravated assault or even attempted murder, which would make the situation far more complicated for him.
And I'll be transparent, I like Raja, and obviously I adore Rampage. Me and Rampage have a great relationship. I love Rampage. And it's just by nature, my initial thought was when I heard about this, and I spoke with Rampage, when I heard about this, I went, all right, how can I defend Raja? I look at all the videos, I watched the full live stream and all that. I got nothing. I got nothing.
Oh,
I can't, you can't defend this. I see this, it's so sad. Because he was just getting started, and that all goes away if this veteran pro wrestler decides to press charges. If that pro wrestler goes, this was a bit or this was a work, and he just thought that's how it works, I'm not pressing charges, Raja's still gonna take a lot of heat online, but you're not doing jail time. Then we can figure it out. But if that dude wakes up and somebody's in his ear and goes, dude, you gotta make this dude pay. He has to learn a lesson and he presses charges, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough. Attempted murder, aggravated assault, it's gonna be tough. Talking about felony, you know?
The MMA guru gave a fierce opinion on the matter, calling Raja Jackson a stupid animal, and saying he should have been locked in a cage right there. He expressed frustration that no one stopped things as they happened, adding that Raja deserved to be knocked out cold at that moment.
Yeah, to bring that sparring partner back, tornado kick him again. Dumb animal. Brother, dumb animal, put him in a cage, straight up. Raja should have got knocked out cold in that ring. No one was doing anything about it but that pink hair guy.
Sean O'Malley also weighed in, saying the strikes were far too much. He mentioned that a wrestler had first hit Raja Jackson with a can, questioning whether the wrestler thought it was part of the act. But O'Malley made it clear that harming people like that is unacceptable and such things must stop.
Yeah, no, those are full on, like, I'm beating those were brutal. Yeah. Oh, I did see the guy hit him over the head with the can, but if the guy thought that was part of like what I don't know, You can't hurt people like that. It's just
Matt Brown said that if Raja Jackson were not Rampage Jackson's son, no one would feel sorry for him. He explained that the only reason some people are being softer on him is because of the respect they have for Rampage. Brown said the video leaves little doubt, showing the wrestler being slammed and hit repeatedly without any chance to fight back. He called it a clear criminal act, possibly aggravated assault or worse, and added that Raja is lucky the man survived with only the reported injuries.
You know, if this was anybody other than Rampage Jackson's son, I don't think there'd be any empathy here at all. But we all love Rampage, and he's the man, you know. And the fact that he's his son, we're all sitting here like, bro, what the fuck, you know? And what do we think about this? You know, if it was just anybody else in the world, it'd be like, bro, throw that motherfucker, you know, in the cage and throw the key away, man. And that's probably what's going to happen to him. Like, you know, you say they're investigating, like, well, there's not a lot to investigate. Like, there's a video that shows it pretty goddamn clear, you know, what do we need to investigate here? So, you know, what's he gonna get? You know, I don't know what like attempted murder is, but I mean, he was knocked out and punching the shit out of him. You know, I don't know how far they go in there or what the details are to get that charge. Aggravated assault's for sure, battery, you know what I mean? Like, this is a felony for sure, right? I mean, there's I don't think there's any way out of that. So, you know, kind of just is what it is for him now. But like what a move, man, you know, like, you want to fight the guy. Like, dude was like, you know, we watched the video right before the podcast here, and, you know, the dude was like preparing for a pro wrestling style takedown, and motherfucker slammed him on his head. Like, you know, dude's lucky that, you know, like you said, he's hospitalized, but man, he's lucky that that's all that happened, you know?
Brown further stated that while many want to support Rampage in his tough time, there must still be accountability, and Raja has to answer for his behavior. He called the attack senseless and unfair, stressing that the victim never had an opportunity to protect himself. Brown said he wishes the wrestler a full recovery, especially considering his past hardships, and noted that only Rampage is in a position to ask for mercy, while everyone else should recognize how wrong this was.
Hopefully the guy's all right, man. That's about all you can say at the end of the day, right? Hopefully the guy just heals up, and, you know, with some PTSD or being a veteran and everything, man, you know, just hope that the guy turns out okay, man. Send him some positive energy and hope for the best. That's about the most you can say about it. Other than that, you know, again, loving Rampage, but, you know, hopefully justice is done and his son gets what he deserves. I don't agree with Sean on that at all. You know, like, the dude doesn't, like, it'd be one thing, you know, if like they got in a fight and he fucked him up and, you know, hurt him bad, right? But like, the dude was defenseless and then knocked out, like, him. And the only guy that should not be saying him is Rampage, right? Because it's his son. And he's the one that should be saying, you know, can we just give him some help or something, you know, try to stick up for him. But everybody else, I mean, we have no reason to have any sympathy for that kind of behavior.
Kevin Lee said that although he respects Rampage Jackson, he believes Rampage should let the authorities handle his son and allow him to face justice. He explained that if it were his own son, he would expect the same because such actions cannot be overlooked. Lee said Raja is an adult and must take responsibility, even if that means jail time. He did acknowledge that the wrestler first struck Raja with a bottle, which was also wrong, but made it clear that this does not excuse the violent revenge that followed.
And if it's Rampage, I love Rampage. But Rampage, turn your son in. He got to go lay down for a little bit. Like, if it was my son, that's what I would tell him. I mean, you a grown man, bro. You can't condone that type of behavior, bro. You got to go lay down for a little bit. We'll get you a good lawyer. You ain't gonna be in there forever, but you gotta go lay down. I get it. He hit you in the head with a bottle beforehand. I get it. He shouldn't have did that. I don't condone that either.
Lee added that the attack was especially bad because Raja waited hours before hitting the man while he was working and completely unprepared. He referred to reports saying the victim's heart stopped and that he was unconscious for several minutes, describing the event as very severe. Lee said Raja showed poor judgment and no restraint, and he could not see how anyone would think that level of violence was acceptable. According to him, jail time is necessary for Raja to take responsibility and learn from this.
But to wait hours until the man was working, which we all understand he playing a character and he was in character and he working, and then you sneak him, because that's what you did. I mean, you snuck him. He wasn't expecting that, and you bro, they say dude flatlined and was unconscious for 6 minutes afterwards. Dog gotta go lay down. You gotta go to prison, bro. There's no part of that you thought was cool. Like, I can't even wrap my mind around why you thought that was cool and why you ain't got no self-control over your emotions.
Chael Sonnen shared his view as well, saying he did not yet have all the facts but warned that the matter could get much worse if Psycho Stu suffered major injuries like a broken jaw or missing teeth. He said the authorities already have clear footage of the attack but have not taken full action because they're waiting for Psycho Stu's official statement before moving ahead.
Now, I'm getting in front of this and I'm making these predictions without having news if Psycho Stu is injured. If his jaw's broken and some teeth that are loose, all of a sudden you're having a very different conversation. But you have the police that are in possession of irrefutable evidence known as a video that an assault happened, and the police have not taken any action. And they won't take any action until a statement is made one way or the other by Psycho Stu.
Tim Welch said the footage was hard to watch because the man appeared totally unconscious during the attack. He said it looked as though Raja Jackson's goal was to cause serious harm or even worse, whether that was intentional or not. Welch called the act shocking and said there is no way to defend it, insisting that punishment must follow, especially because it happened live and there were even claims of a reward being offered for a knockout.
12, 13, like what the can't even watch this. The kid's blacked out. The kid's blacked out, and I think his goal right there was to murder. Maybe not. Maybe not. Blacked out, maybe he doesn't know what he's doing, but he damn near killed the man. That's crazy. He's got to get some punishment for this. There's just going to be no excuse. He's going to probably go away for a long while, especially on stream. He's on stream and he said 50 subs for a KO.
Welch further mentioned that things look bad for Raja Jackson, even with Rampage's money and legal connections. He said the case could be viewed as attempted murder, pointing out the danger of such attacks and the importance of avoiding them, especially for people who lose their temper quickly. Welch explained that while fighting skills can protect someone, hitting a person who's already out cold puts their life at great risk. He said the matter is disturbing and warned that choices like this can easily result in prison.
This isn't going to be good for old Raja. Rampage's got money. They're going to have some good lawyers. But it might be attempted murder. God, that's the thing. You got to be careful getting in street fights. If you can avoid street fights, avoid them. Especially if you got a temper tantrum. Maybe if you know a little jiu-jitsu and you get in a street fight here and there, it's okay. You can take care of yourself, get in a good position. But once you crack somebody and then you start seeing red and you're not thinking about what you're doing and you're punching them and they're already knocked out, good chance you're going to kill them. And now you might be in the pen. So, that was fucked up.
That's it for today. So what are your thoughts on this? What do you think about Raja? Would love to hear your thoughts, so share your thoughts in the comment section and make sure to subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video. Also, check out other videos on the screen right now.